Hi, welcome to automationtesting.in. In this video, we will see BDD example mapping and examples. Okay, we talked about examples and example mappings in our previous video that is called what is BDD. So we'll discuss in detail in this video. Okay, so example mapping. What do you mean by example mapping? Before you pull a user story into development, it's crucial to have a conversation to clarify, sorry, means to clarity and confirm the acceptance criteria. Means, what is that? You are about to develop a story, but before you develop, you need to have a clarity that what is that acceptance criteria for that requirement. If you achieve this one, you are done. But what to achieve? Right? That should be very clear. Right? So how you will get that? Example mapping is a simple method to make this conversation short and very productive. Okay, by taking some examples, you will discuss how to develop this user story. Then you will have a clear picture that you'll have so many questions, so much of discussion. When you have so much of discussions, so you'll have so much of clarity what to develop. Okay, then how it works? Concrete examples are a great way to help us explore and understand the problem domain. So concrete examples means real-time examples you need to take. All right, you need to discuss with the real-time examples that what you are going to achieve. So for that, what kind of examples you can take and you can discuss. Right, concrete examples are a great way to help us to explore and understand the problem domain. They are a great basis for our acceptance tests. So when you keep discussing with one example, ultimately you will get okay, at this point we are expecting this. Means that is your acceptance for that user story. So when discussing examples, other things might come up in the conversation that deserve to be captured too. So while we starting, we think something, but while discussing, we got something else. That also means meaningful or no, like it's useful to capture those things. We cannot we cannot ignore them. Okay, what are those rules that summarize a set of examples or express other constraints? Okay, and then questions that cannot be answered during the conversation or assumptions that are made. So sometimes if somebody asking so one question, you cannot or you may not answer, means you do not have clarity. Because of that, there will be some questions. New user stories discovered or sliced and differed out of scope. Right? When you're discussing one user story, we will say so many other things. Then other people will understand, okay, there is a scope of other things to develop. Or otherwise, so you cannot develop it is in one shot. You need to slice that into two stories, three stories, and you can develop. So these kind of things will come when you keep discussing. Okay. So we can capture these different types of information on index cards and arrange them in a map. So we'll have some index cards. In that index cards, you will capture this kind of information. For that, you will have different colors of index cards, and each color indicates a specific thing that we'll see. We write the story on a yellow card and place it on the top. So the actual user story can be written in a yellow card, right? So each of the acceptance criteria or rules is written on a blue card and placed beneath the yellow story card. So on the top, you'll have a yellow card. Under that, you'll have a blue card. In that blue card, you'll have what is the acceptance criteria for that user story. Okay. Examples to illustrate these rules are written on a green card and placed under the relevant rule. Right. Inside, below that blue card, you'll have examples illustrated to understand that user story. Questions that cannot be answered during the session are captured on a red card, so we can move on with the conversation. Okay, as we discussed, we'll have some questions. Sometimes we cannot answer, so the unanswered questions can be captured on the red card. So those things will convert into a new user stories or slice it into or different user stories, right? So we don't know. So we keep going until the group is satisfied that the scope of the story is clear or we run out of time. Okay. So whatever it is, the ultimate goal is to understand the requirement. That simple thing we need to remember. So many communications, conversations, questions, examples, right? Whatever it is. But the ultimate goal to do all these things is to understand your requirement properly before you develop. That's it. Okay. So we are, so we are talking about examples. So let's take one example. I have taken this from the Cucumber official website. So the user story what we are developing is return payment. Okay, the simple thing, the user story is return payment. So then the three amigos are discussing about that. Three amigos, we already discussed that, developers, testers, and BAs. These three people are called amigos. Three amigos. So three amigos are discussing about the user story is called return payment. So return payment means what is that? Simple. So I have there is a product. They sell some products. Okay, there is a website or no company, whatever you call. They sell some products. While you're selling some products, there is a option called 14 days return policy. Right, we normally see in our so many websites in Amazon, Flipkart, whatever it is called. So you'll have the same thing. So within this 10 days or 1 week or 14 days, you can return the product if you are not find a good product, or which we are which you what is it, not expecting the product, like so many reasons. Okay, the color which you ordered might be different and you got a different product, whatever it is. So you have a 14 days replacement policy or return policy. So the people are discussing then 14 days means how you'll come to know that there is only 14 days. So you'll have a proper invoice, right? If you have a proper invoice that is in within 14 days, then you can return the product. So that's fine. But somebody has some question that, okay, that's fine, but unfortunately I lost my invoice. Okay, but I have taken this product 4 days back or 1 week back. I am eligible to return, but unfortunately I do not have invoice. Then what to do? So this kind of question raised by one of them. So when you're discussing, then you will get these kind of questions. Then the BA or the who are have clarity, that they'll say that, okay, that's a good question. Then how we can resolve this? So just because of invoice is not there, we do not want to lose the trust, right, from the customer. So how we can give better alternate to them? So, and then there might be some procedure, right? So the first level may not take that decision, so it might go to their managers or management. That, so if this is the case, what we can do, right? Then there is an option that they say that, okay, if invoice is not there, no problem, but at least we need bank transaction that which is happened. So they purchased this product from us within these days, then we can accept that. Okay, there is another point came, you need to what, you can develop that also, you can implement that also. And somebody is asking, okay, they return the product, what next, right? You have a inventory, let's assume there are inventory 10. Then when you sold that one product, it became 9. Now it came back, what to do? So you need to send this to what, inventory, and you need to update your inventory. That one is, you need to make that +1 rate to your inventory. That has to, you need to take care of that. So while you discussing, these kind of things will come, you need to implement all these things when you develop a product, right? If you're missing any one of these things, so there will be so much of problem that once it is coming back, if you're not updating your inventory, there is no meaning of developing a software, and you'll not come to know that why it is extra and what happened. Otherwise somebody will misuse that. So many things will happen. So because of that, by taking one solid example, concrete example, you need to discuss on that, and you keep asking so many questions. From that you will have clarity that, and the end of that conversation you will have some acceptance criteria. Right. So because of that, you need to discuss more on the user story before going for the development. For that you will use so many examples, and you will map those examples to your user story. Okay, so that's all about this video. Thank you for watching this video.